Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Here's Sessions. It's deflected.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Here's Ariza. Drills it from outside. Ariza's got 5 points now this quarter.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Dudley. Porter comes in for Garrett Temple. Beal's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Harden, no good.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Morris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Howard with the steal. The finish, and the jam by Harden.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Ariza. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. For three, Gortat comes up with the rebound. Wizards trail by 14. The thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete. Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wall's shot is off.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's Gortat, and it's sent.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a young don't wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is. HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.
Wherever I go, my homies come too. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love with it. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Make your lady back up in this, hop up in the 6, and you should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Indiana Pacers. Are ready to go. It's getting noisy here in Charlotte. We're at the Time Warner Cable Arena, home of the Hornets, bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana, Turner is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Ellis. Then it's George Hill, and it's George in at the 3 slot.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch 4.
Now Hill, Nicholas Batum missing from long range. Now Walker. There's the dish to Lee. The kick out to Walker. From 17 feet out, Paul George grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Ellis penetrating. Indiana again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
There's a screen by Williams. Walker dishes to Lee. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. Paul George with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Ellis with the ball.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's Indiana. George, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Walker the pass to Williams. Gets it. To go from beyond the arc.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Hill kicks to George. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed it.
Yeah, and when George... And you could see that dunk coming from a mile away. I mean, he lives for those moments.
And so do all of his fans. He doesn't disappoint. Clark, when he's got a clear path to the bucket.
And Kevin, you're right. He definitely had a clear path on that one. Very little defense being played right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Lee with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. And it's George finishing it off.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing... subtle about that one.
Inside, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Jefferson. Batum inside the three-point line. Pulls from the top of the key, and the Hornets miss again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Fast break now for Charlotte. Williams leading the charge. Wasted no time on that one. Williams has got 5 now. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Hill dishes to Ellis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
And a wide-open look for Lee. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
The Pacers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And George, here we go. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Lee against Ellis. And Batum kicks to Lee. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court. It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. Let's settle for making him earn the free throw.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to... And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding end.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Lee, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And it's George missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Wide open look. Buries the jump shot. Mahinmi's got his second bucket tonight.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
The Pacers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality. Never be a great assistant.
Indiana trailing here. Batum with the steal. Outside, Walker. Pass to Batum. And Walker kicks to Batum. Out to Lee. Fires the 3. The Pacers pull it in.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got the fast break chance. And it's George finishing it off.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. Plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Hornets trail by 4. Outside, Walker. That's tipped. And now Lawson pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Punches it down.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Not enough on that one as it misses.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And it's Walker penetrating. He kicks it to Lee. Back to Walker. Right side, Lee. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level. Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Miles, that's good.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And finished off by Jefferson.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And Batum kicks to Walker. Back to Batum. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Batum with the ball. And we've reached halftime in this one. Pacers lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Paul George, taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. We've got Allen. Rodney Stuckey out there with Lawson. Then it's Hill, and it's Miles in at the small forward position.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the foul on Al Jefferson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Indiana leading by 11. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Mahimi, the kick out to Hill, the feed to Ellis. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jefferson. Walker with it, picked up by Turner. Hill against Walker. Pass to Jefferson. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Got a piece of it. Batum with the steal. Here's Walker. Williams has a screen for Walker. To the paint. It's stolen by Hill. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Walker goes in. Hill pulls it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Batum with the steal. And here's Walker outside. Offensive rebound. Poked loose. Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
Last season, the Charlotte Hornets had a dreadful offense. Worst effective field goal percentage, Clark, in the league. Effective field goal percentage being your field goal percentage with the value of the shot factored in. Again, more analytics for us to look at.
Yeah, this is a way to break down that analytic in an abbreviated fashion. field goal percentage is a pretty good indicator of how good your offense is. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's George. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And for the Hornets, they're league worst in terms of field goal efficiency. And for the Hornets, their league worst effective field goal percentage means they didn't take a lot of threes, and they still missed a ton of shots. And guys, that's a recipe for disaster.
Well, I tell you, you take a look at the Hornets roster from last year, and a lot of players shot under 40% from the floor. Not end of the rotation guys either. I mean, players that saw heavy minutes, just casting up brick after brick.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Hill has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Walker goes in. Lee kicks to Jefferson. Here's Batum. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Batum's got 8 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Walker leading the charge. Here's Williams. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Talk about a terrific game for Williams. 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And Williams drops them both. A big dip in performance here for the Hornets last year. In 2014, they were very tough to beat at home, and that was not the case in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to string together those defensive runs at home. And in the end, that led to their less even stellar record. And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Hill drives in. Rejected by Walker. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Pacers with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
12 seconds left in the third. George passes to Hill. Jacks up a 3. Cannot hit. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pacers out in front. They lead by 12. And after... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Hornets trail by 12. Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Lee. And it's Batum in at the small forward. So that's the Hornets 5. Hill drives in. Ellis. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And 11 points for Monte Ellis.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Got a piece of it. Batum with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And here's Hill for three. And that one's good. And the Pacers lead by 11.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Walker dishes to Williams. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
They get it back. They kick out to Walker. Courtney Lee is on the wing. And a wide open look for Walker. Walker missing again.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He warned his team to get back in transition defense, saying they're giving up way too many fast break buckets, and he wants an end to it. He said, hey, let's slow the tempo and make them take some tough shots. A sound defensive strategy, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Hornets trail by 11. Jefferson kicks to Lee. Back to Jefferson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jefferson's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And Lawson, here we go. Here's Stuckey.
Hornets ball.
The Hornets on offense. They're on a 13-5 run here. Walker the pass to Lee. Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 6. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, can't be continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahimi. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. Ellis is checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hills subbed in for Ty Lawson. 5 on the clock, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Hornets trail by 3. Walker dishes to Williams. They go guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressor.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. They grabbed their own miss.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Walker to take the lead. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin, but they recovered it. Ellis gets to Turner. Batum with the steal. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way.
Now that's incredible. A huge bucket in the most emphatic way possible. Now that is not supposed to happen.
And that was Kia bringing it a close-up on the big-time play.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
He dishes it to Batum. Back to Walker. Over in the corner, Lee. The kick out to Williams. Turner with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Back to Ellis. Turner passes to George. Indiana moving it around. Turner dishes to George. Sinks it.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
And the Hornets call time here. They're losing by 3. 24 seconds left in the fourth. The Pacers making a change here. Mahimi's checked in. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Jefferson. Count it! And that is sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Jefferson really starting to light it up. Big out. Making a pay.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now. Again, they're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And so Walker nails both of them. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting him in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
Buries it. And Big Jeff brings them to within just 1.
Really aggressive play there. Taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Williams kicks to Walker. Batum wide open. He fires. Oh, he hits it. And what great competition. So far, after regulation, the stalemate, and we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. And the Pacers start off with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Turner is out there with Mahini. Donatellis, and it's Hill in at the point guard. Back to George. Right side Turner, pass to Mahini, 11 feet away. Again, Indiana.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
And George, here we go. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Hornets trail by 5. Shot's good by Walker.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Jefferson has a wide open look. It's a big height pass and goes in. Jefferson's got 4 points now on the court.
Perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they looked right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Hill, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. And it's Walker again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
D2 from Hill. Again missing Hill.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Walker the pass to Lee. From outside, off the mark. Indiana leading by 4. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
So it's the Pacers now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's the break. Here's Walker. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, watch out, watch out. Walker was caught fire.
Indiana's gone 2 for 2 on their 3-point shots since we started overtime. Something they might want to stick with. And George kicks to Mahini. Good!
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 4. There's 47 seconds left in overtime. Walker against Hill. Jefferson connects, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
George dishes to Mahinmi. Indiana moving it around. Hill passes to George. It's rebounded by Sharp.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Walker penetrating. And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 2. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first overtime. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Batum fires. Can't cash in.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
gold to read. No time. I get mine and make no excuses. Waste of precious breath. No time. The sun shines on everyone. Love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up. What he loves. I keep trying to conceive that death is from above. No time. I get mine and make no excuses. Waste of precious breath. No time. The sun shines on everyone. Love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up. Isn't always what you think it'd be. Turn your head for 1 second and the tables turn. Yeah. And I know that I did you wrong. Will you trust me when I say that I'll make it up to you somehow? So you gotta fire up. You gotta let go. You never be loved. You never get wrong. You gotta face up. You gotta get low. You never know the top till you get too low. I'm so sorry. For all your deeds, no sign the roaring thunder stopped in cold to read. No time. I get mine and make no excuses. Waste of precious breath. No time. The sun shines on everyone. Love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up. You gotta let go.
Give you proof, catch a video shoot, pull up on you while them cameras on you. How you love that? Don't wanna bump with stacks, so get head dumb up, make me call crumb up. It's the militia. Don't know about got me heated, frustrated about the blow. Me and Pans, Rave got the gauge raising, sick of talk about it. ain't on my wavelength.
United, we stand together. Down for whatever, divided, we get at you from all angles. Gangstar forbid, NYG, same team, no game. Love is love, fam, one and the same. Funny style, act strange, going against the grain. Don't wanna see us on top of our thing, we adapt to change. Fame, fortune, and material gain. Flow stay natural, unrestrained. Let me explain, don't get it till you set it aflame. Subject them to pain, make them respect the name that set you rep. Connect, you claim, stay ready.
Welcome to 2KU.
Predators, they'll test your aim. Age stack, my foundation. With mine slack, not take the blame. Playing for keeps, we came to win.
Yo, I'm the Jerry Rice to this, much too nice to quit. And just so you know, we never liked you, kid. Cause you ain't wanna let be. So I'ma convene with my team before we gotta let the speak. Cause nowadays, y'all rappers are carbon copies. Your bars are sloppy, still it's hard to stop me. Especially when I connect with my man, rep with my fam, we taking back the rest of our land. And we don't really care if they say it. They're playing your hits, we about to make our way in this. And let's see if it gimmick lasts till the next season. In a flash, take out, give me the next reason. Flip for my people's hair, spit for my people's hair. Yeah, time to get rich with my people's hair. Cut off a snake's head, then we break bread. Same team, no games, you on the ground trying to fake dead.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나가 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 헤야오 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 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 이 시계 붙은 각질 모두 비맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네. 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협. 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져. 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무. 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유. 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게. 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스. 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스. 이 험한 현실 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선 내서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 곧 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아 살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quatro falasse, mas que pena, já era. Não vejo mais aquela tão bela e singela e nem dá. Por quê? Seu rosto, a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And a look at the light. streets of Charlotte, North Carolina. Just stunning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're coming to you from the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Home are the Hornets. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against Orlando.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Gobert. Chandler Parsons out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Anthony in at the power forward position. Parsons' shot is off. Chicago on defense. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know, there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Curry kicks to Howard. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Against a lesser team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough. But play that way against a good team, and you end up with an ugly result that they had.
For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And it's Ariza in the corner. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Curry kicks to Nowitzki. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about last year? Dirk Nowitzki jumping to 7th all-time in scoring. I mean, passing the great Moses Malone for that spot, and he surely will keep climbing this season.
Well, with Nowitzki passing Malone, and the scoring, as Greg was just talking about Clark, you know, this is a guy that obviously has Hall of Fame written all over.
No question about it. First ballot in my mind, and he's got a game that stands the test of time because it's not predicated on athleticism. It's all skill-based.
Now Curry. After the missed 3 by Carmelo. And it's good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Parsons with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Ariza kicks to Anthony. Parsons attacking, outside for Korver, and he gets it to go. Korver's got his first points of the game.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Charlotte moving it around. It's stolen by Anthony. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. With this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Bulls 3rd.
It was really an impressive campaign for their bigs. And honestly, I think the whole team did a great job of getting bodies on bodies and controlling that defensive backboard.
Now here's Korver. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Orlando.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Here's Curry. They lead by 1. Howard dishes to Bryant. Out left to the wing. On its way from Curry for 2. And he's able to get it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Parsons' shot is off.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Ariza with it. He's picked up by Dang. Korver gets a wide open look. Another one falls for Chicago. The Hornets shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit freaky out there. Curry with another miss.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Here's Howard, and that one is stuffed right through.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Ariza has the open look. Another three for Chicago.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Curry kicks to Howard.
You're sort of surprised when he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Parsons. The dish to Gobert. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Howard. And they're scoring. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise. Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
You know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Anthony is out there with Gobert. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Parsons in at the one spot. That's good.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Ariza passes to Carmelo. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And the defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Here's Ariza, following the bucket by the Hornets. Parsons dishes to Anthony. Ariza kicks to Parsons. Back to Ariza. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Now Parsons. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. Got a piece of it. Curry with the steal. Pulls up for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Pulls up on the wing. Kicks it out to Ariza. Good on the triple. Ariza's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring to basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial also.
Hornets trail by 5. Dang passes to Kirk. Back to Dang. Puts one up from 19. No good off the front iron.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Ariza with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
That doesn't go either for...
Ariza. Boy, that's got to be right in your wheelhouse. I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable. And it was a very public fallout out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Chicago calls timeout. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
55 seconds left to play here in the half. Curry against Parsons. Now the pass to Corker from outside the arc. Dang grabs the miss. Hornets trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Nowitzki. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for Nowitzki. Gobert dishes to Ariza. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .27 seconds left here in the second. It's stolen by Curry.
Well, those 5 turnovers, more than you like to see.
It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend just right now from the field.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
It's Anthony with the drive. Here's Ariza. No good on the buzzer beater. And
yes, Kevin, here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their biggest lead during... And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
we have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Absolute domination in this one for Ariza. He's got 19 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Hey, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Steph Curry's out there with Dragic. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Dang. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Korver, no luck. Charlotte in the lead. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Charlotte. Bryant comes in for Goran Dragic. Good.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Gobert with the block. They get it back, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Kicks to Curry. It's stolen by Korver. Here's Anthony. Poked loose. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And Parsons kicks to Ariza. On the wing, Korver. Anthony left side. Shot clock at 5. Ariza passes to Korver. They get the rebound. And Gobert kicks to Anthony. And the shot is good. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Curry gets the bucket.
He was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And Parsons kicks to Anthony. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run. Don't you think Clark to the hoop for him there?
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Passes it to Ariza. Back to Parsons. Gobert, the screen. Ariza against Dang. Anthony with the screen on Dang. Excellent use of the screen that time. And it's now 22 points for Ariza.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Power dishes to Nowitzki. Curry with it. Now defended by Gobert. Dang can't get it to go.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
A tight game here in Charlotte. Nowitzki outside. Back to Curry. And stolen by Parsons. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Well, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Curry against Parsons. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Parsons. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your viewing entertainment, the Hornets dance team. Make some
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Feeds it to Ariza. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wood takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Chicago calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And here is Anthony. He has 7. Here's the screen. Ariza gets to Corbett. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Shot clock at 5. The drive by Anthony. Shoots from the elbow. Nobody near. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Bulls shooting at 46%, making some buckets. So for Chicago right now. Rudy Gobert is out there with Anthony. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Ariza in at the 3 side. All alone. Ahead. A pull-up. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Now the Bulls with it. And here's Korver from the arc. They get it back. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin. Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that junk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
And the Bulls did end up with the 3rd seed in the East. 33 of their 50 wins last year are coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played 500 basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins in 18 games against that division.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. And guys, that's a good swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Down low, Bryant.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Bulls have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And Parsons kicks to Ariza. Back to Parsons. Right side Korver. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Gang's got the ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stretch for the Hornets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort of the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And Parsons gets it to go. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And you can count him over the line with a chance to make it 3. So we'll see Steph Curry go to the line right here. That one is on Ariza.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He has 18 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
And gets a wide open look. Ball's not loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. Gobert with the screen on Nowitzki. Anthony drives in. Curry with the steal. Pass to Kobe. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Greg, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it. Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Here's Curry. Again, the Hornets score.
Wow, as he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 6. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Parsons attacking. Gobert.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on a three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And the second free throw drops, and it's a 3-point game. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Anthony against Nowitzki. Anthony down low. Ball's not loose.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
This free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, They're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end. That was perfectly designed, Kevin. An easy dunk on that inbounds play.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Seven seconds left in the fourth.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Here's Anthony. Yes!
Screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through it, and that's not legal.
Here's Curry. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And time up.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Carmelo Anthony. And Melo, first off, congratulations on this win. How would you describe the team's effort here tonight?
We willed our way to this one.
Cali. Convict music. We the best. Yeah. We taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Venice. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel hit switch. Red light stop, make it drop for the anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need, I said I get it.
If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
Black flag, we rich. Yeah.
Listen.
Bounce, it's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. And ride, you better move. Yeah, get shit like shine, that's on my neck. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please no fit it. Hit them too. The bread and get stupid. Money that come, run it like water. Money so hot. Miami on fire, you better be. Might get on the porch of your fortress. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run this,
Cause
Rick
we
Rouse,
taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Listen.
Back when you see, better duck like the Mac, gotta ease past. What? I don't give a I run these streets, y'all talk that. I want that beef. I'ma tell you like a G told me, they'll come back quick if cash rule everything around me. I'm YSL, Versace. You can see me in that Boss GT. Coming down Sunset, sitting on D. Feeling like Pac, all eyes on me. Fresh bandana and I'm mad trees. Please, I spit every verse. Some say Cali, some say Khalid. 12 years down and I'm finally
If you
free.
want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Listen.
Birdman dead, I'm number one. Can't make me wrong, so we got him done. The family, I'ma give him some. Spent that conda. He didn't run. Sunday had a whole church singing a song. Why they had to send my baby home? And with some that paper long. Been a G in the game, now my son on the throne.
I am the beast. Feed me rappers and feed me beats. I'm untamed, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I love I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk, I let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wrist special pop, but the mule is cooler. I have more juice than your jeweler. Touching, I will your medulla. That's a it is not a tumor. Red light, stop your rumors. I stay on track like a box of Pumas. I just rock with Junior. I am the little big
Cause we
kahuna.
taking over.
One city at a time.
Right now somewhere, he at the table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's reading the back of the cereal, and in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's writing. And he want my spot. I'm gonna find him though. I'm gonna sign him. I don't want no problems.
like we always do it this time. Cookie cold, blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, cookie crack from behind, and I opened up your blinds, rise and shine. Cold world, same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you, boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic, cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real, I ain't got a gimmick, I just flowed it. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a gang full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even let these words be my I don't rhyme my before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I record got me ballin'. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I'm meaner than Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. Two kids that don't even know they real dad. Real sad, baby girl, I wish you still had it. Then maybe you could get a taste of living Philmatic. It's cold, still at it. Y'all be talking about the same and how I feel about it. That's why I don't respect that you talking. Cold planning funerals, you might fit the before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Hey, get on your job, little man. This ain't Saturday. We in two different lanes, you can't navigate. We in two different games, you playing patty cake. Brother, you're lame. Yeah, out of shape. My mind run a mile a minute. The sky's the limit. I'm so high, I'm diving in it. My ride just tinted. But it's just invented, the best out. Foolish pride to make you not admit it. What if this why you nodding with it? The hate in your blood can't stop your soul from vibing with it. Now you all conflicted, cause my flows is wicked. And my thicker and all of y'all picking me cause they know a star when they see a star. Ain't even got a to know here. Cheer up, you save so many, you a hero. Medal of Honor, I'm feeling on top like Pac when he with Madonna. Hey, this is before dishonor. Get arrested and forget to tell my mama. She got enough to stress about my gon' get me out. No criminal record, but I'm making criminal records. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it iconic? Jacket so expensive you wouldn't even try on it. But it fit me perfect, I purchase it if I want it. The city on my shoulders, so no girl, you can't cry on it. When you make a list of the greatest, hate, am I on it? Maybe not yet, but I got the clock set. It goes tick, tock, game on lock. Sun gon' shine, the rain won't stop, oh no. If I should die before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep. So blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. So blame it on the night. Don't blame it. sorry, baby. Yeah. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you recall, not long ago, when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. But guess, we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? And the nights are long, longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. But guess, we need someone to lean on. But guess, all we need is somebody to lean on. All we need is somebody to lean on.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do. You know, every level you reach, you're gonna come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Come on with it. Come on, come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel.
Airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age still keep the mic?